Oh yeah. Time for another fight. I just want to do it quickly out of this fight because I just want to end this series. This is why I was stupid one like super fast. Like I said there is only like 107 Pokemon. The truth is that like some of them don't have any reasons other than basically evolved form of Pokemon from imagination. Some of them have a lot. Mostly the legendary ones. So Turtwig is based on Eisenberg's Turtle, jak ten najsłynniejszym są Eiza, a za Gotre is evolution. So is based on Ison Turtles, the Snapping Turtles, the one from Florida. It is also however based on the Ankylosaurus. Also from West, so like yeah, I cannot like we have the same pattern of generation Totera is interesting. So it's basically based on the two things. First, prehistoric species of turtle, concretely speaking, Moriana. Which like you can say is very similar. Like the biggest difference is the horns. I can't move it on the side. It was living in the Australia and Oceania. The second one, I really don't know why I associated for terrorists. You know it's really, I just don't know why I decided on this. Like, nothing okay is correct. Program no says, and it's from Central Europe, Greenland, and Thailand. And overall concept of what totems are like basically the idea that like that world is just one big thing of totem. I don't know where it comes from. I think it probably came from flat earths. I wouldn't be surprised if they made this. I wouldn't really be surprised if it really came from just flat earth believers mocking the planet Earth. Seems that I'd more fan of those based on my keys, nothing surprised them. Possibly a big gibbon or whatever the was from India. Infomap is however interesting, so it's based on the two things, so it's based on Suwokung, probably. Suwokung is some Michael from China, but you see, Suwokung is basically a plagiar when it comes to his design. Jest uchymiać across the ancestral making your appearance of the Hindu character Hanuman, which was basically like original Ant-Man. I'm not joking. I'm literally saying this. Basically, I'm think I should explain you. So there was like this, I don't know what it is. So basically, the Hinduism have like two main sacred books, which like one of them is just basically epic poem mixed with uh, some they based on the reasons like basically imagine the New Testament was basically instead of like fragments was basically rewrite as an epic story of the life of Jesus, yeah? Second of them, yes now, is Ramayana. You possibly recognize it from the citat, I believe it was from them, this the one that Oppenheimer said, and I became to see what the story of what, but if I don't remember if it was from Bhagavad or Ramayana, however, had something that might do actually had. without our context, the Hindu atomic bomb basically it, the Hindu were fucking up. Like Hindu people literally created a superhero movie before comics. I'm not joking. Basically, this like this first story about how the Sri Lanka became free or sent because it was originally a demon island and like basically depicted Rama who was like the incarnation of Vishnu and basically he decided to go on the epic superhero type fighting against the Demon King. And yeah, and the bad Demon King had gun, the weapon so powerful that it could destroy a million suns or something like that. And there was a monkeys because Hindu were super racist towards the black people in the south. They had imagination of the continent as the basically one big circle where only monkeys live. The joke is that in the southern part of continent, like super black people, I mean even blacker than Afro American, like so black, like yeah, like the so black that if you saw them and that Afro American or like any guy from Africa, you would like stop thinking that the Africans are black. So the Karaman was basically one of them, those monkey and he had ability to turn the size. Yeah, I know that when I would get to the point, I would do the 5 minutes experience of Hindu. PPAP is a voice employer based on penguins. With like no surprise. However, employer, in addition to being based on penguin, like you can say that like the PPAP can no PPAP is based on baby penguins. Is evolution. PPAP, I believe is based on the Rockefeller, I believe it was. Penguins and Napoleon is based on two things at time. First is of course Napoleon. The name came from this like yeah. But I saw Poseidon which you can see when you see his head. So yeah, Starring is based on the what second starring feelings. The looking actress Starava is actually based on the is from Eliza. It's based on Northern Appling, which is from Eliza and looks like this. And Staraptor is located Inca from Africa. So yeah, basically every Pokemon another form. Bit of is interesting, so you could say that it's Bivak is evolution, but it's actually a gopher, which are from North and Central America. Bivak, however, is of course Bivak, both probably Canadian one. Cricket only cricket thoughts are based on crickets, no surprise me. So yeah. Luxor sings and Luxray. I'm of course based on the Luxa, you know the Inxes. Inxes, they might type probably also based on the Roserate and Budef I Roserate? Yeah, I'm not so basically interesting because it's only I believe it's the only situation in the entire Pokemon history where they one generation added both prevolution and evolution to already existing Pokemon. Of course, Rosea Rosette are of course based on nurses, but Badev is actually based on the. No, 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 I wouldn't put this out because nobody ki- no, ho ho. No, it's actually but Canidos is, yeah, Ete is more based on Rappa. Those are pacifiers. I think that those Pokemon are like those are basically, those dinosaurs with the characteristics. But I think it's just a small apparatus, but probably this is Pachyphysaurus and it didn't add this dino as or went Pachy as the inspiration for apparatus. Apparatus is actually based on two species from West, Stigmoloch, which look like that, and Epignemer Dracorex, Dragon King, Dragonic King. So yeah, Sedon is based on Protoceratops from Muko and Sanaris, and basically it is my cousins of Triceratops. Sedon is based on Smashmosaurus. It's like famous for that white helmet thing. That from a beta of from Canada. And I also find this interesting looking one. Like the idea of basically basic Sedon to look more like Mastodon to look more like the original cliché. Martin is based on also no Bagman is based on Bagman back. Because yeah Bagman have those backs. Womada is just big gay. Bemi and Martin is basically Bagman. It looks like this. This is his back. This is the thing. Look home. Look Corby. This is interesting. So, quote unquote from Boba Pena. In another rule, Ken Sugimori is actually basically one of the manga from Pokemon. Elaborated on the design process for Kombi in particular, based on request to create a Pokemon made of three honeycombs stuck together. The designers they came up with a design featuring three larvae wasn't inside a honeycomb. Sugimori noted that while the concept sounded crass, it is not as a distinctive and attention grabbing idea, so the team decided to keep the design and tweak inside. Comic three faces was simplified based on simple faces found in old comic books to make its overall appearance better. Yeah, basically the punish I fuck it up. They came with fuck it up idea. The creators decided to do this, but like even they decided it's a bit too much F up even for the Japanese, so they added friendly smiles. Vespi Queen is based on the Big Queen, and we have my favorite type of Pokemon, Pachirisu, is of course Picasso clone. Wizard and Forcer are based on the Wizard and Sia Ote, yeah, that for like not Japan, Kamsatka. So and explain why it is on instant. Same. And Serbia are of course based on series, and there I didn't find. Isosame apparently have two forms. No, cells are actually based on nudibranches, Siasox. They are actually for like, and like basically they like different types and like they are also based on the ideas of like two species with the being completely different depending on basically what part of the world they come from. So that's why in West part they are different, in East part they are different. This one guy is quite a Enze. Is pozono zaschaj. Gastodon are also based on the Siasux and like yeah, this is Gastodon AI. is correct. Opis Strobanca. April. Oh? This abomination, yeah, is bigger April. Drifting and drifting of course balance taking them away. I think they might be associated with certain clan from mainland. Japani is based no Bonnet. Bonnet is basically the rabbit. Japani surprisingly I managed to find non-erotic photo of this fail. It's basically actually based on the Japanese rabbits. Those are like rabbits with this type of ears. Is of course I saw the paper bunny. Miss Muggles is overall based on the witches. Hoskov is actually Mafia boss. Yeah, they took our crow-based Pokemon and decided to make it Mafia. Yeah. Grammar. My grammar is based on the Devon Rex with Cat's toy Astray. Yes, this is real. Yes, from UK. Exactly aspect. It is of course obvious that apparently it was basically this poor kitten raped by this art British yeah, and really we got to singing with its based on Suzu bass from Japan to the Yactus bass. That's basically one of the most common things in like the cuisine. Parking is based on cognosced skunk from America. And yeah, those are those skunks. The TikTok, especially the one on the upper left, is a version skunk tank is not on or actually based only on skunks, as it's also based on the honey basil is actually found in like the Africa and like basically the area from like Middle East to the India. Bronzok was again added on the like the ice cream. It's added because I thought that I called it fat. No, I actually just think that it would be wet to like basically add a anthrop base of Satan next to Satan. I'm not doing class because content. Not like I'm not like hard spin at Halo, I just really don't want something stupid for a team because I just don't want to let it have problem. I have some specific family members. It's based on the Reikyu. I don't remember what it is. Banzokin is based on Dotaku base from Japan. And I asked the god Tyok. Which has this head that is like the same color what Banzok. I believe it was also the one that was used in the Soul Inks movie. So yeah, Bonsai, I didn't manage to find any good looking art of it. So instead I just added the bonsai tree. Manzuno. Yeah, I don't know why somebody made it. I think it's actually based on the Jackbox thing. Yeah, basically, yeah. Yeah, like you would say, think the Japanese have they something wrong with them, why they added this to the hidden game. Like you have to remember that the infamous Ronald McDonald, who was already creepy, got into Japan, like super creepy, be with like unheavy music or not with music, and were basically in like some horror cameras, he was taking innocent people. Happy is just baby sensing. Satellite is based on the music, like you can see over its head and pilots, specifically yellow colored lovely. That is from Tanzania, and yeah, you see the name says yellow colored lovely, but pretty much say that on this photo and the Pokemon are more realistic blue. This is due to the fact that there is a rare gen mutation that like basically changes the yellow color of the base to the blue. Spirit of is just basically so that those do three thing. Garbage is basically based on the PNS and sites. No, so Gribe, like Garbage the same, but is also combined with the Wyverns, Kaisers, and Cartosardontosaurus. Dino from Africa that is remarkable is like known for the fact that it owns psychic teeth. Thus there is the times that I call it Gilbert like so it was due to my stupid not Gilbert was a super obvious and Gilbert wasn't like piano bass. And like is also technically that's my version of Carlson. But as it was simple to do with things. Despite Carlson also is based on the one more thing. So like in addition to basically they fair things, it's also based on the real World War II event with Alpians called Curtis Spin 40 Warhawk from West. Now for the side faces painted on the in the front of piano. Monsax is of course Baby Snorlax. Royal Educa is based on Anubis, and overall, because Anubis is a Zarkais, like, of course, Zarkais. You can, however, additionally have on its case on its face the mask. So, and it's basically doing the monk abstract fighting monk. The, those of you who played the D&D will know what are those fighting monks. For the rest of you select the main class from D&D. Hippopotamus and Hippodon are basically, of course, based on hippopotamus. Hippodon have two forms. The grey one is female, the more red one is the male. Yeah, the only pixel that I managed to find were both Drapons completely on 1% with However, yeah, basically Scorpions. Howgang is of course based on the three fox toxic ISO, but it also have the unset helmets from like Rome, Greece. It's not on it's on the case. And it's acting based on this book. Acting. Correct. Craig. No, it wasn't the helmets. I don't think it was. Can you run? Oh, sorry guys. It's not my fault. Can you run me off the Venus flytrap? Died from Carolina. I was kinda surprised. I didn't know that, but actually Carolina apparently has some sort of zombie in them. Specifically, if I remember, I can search it or not. Yeah, actor Bob. No, final. They some what think would like overall the pieces Pokemon that there's like there was the same thing in Canadian too. They have surprising amount of inspirations, which make it kinda sad. Those ones are based on freshwater butterflies from Africa and tetras from South America and firefish. Knowing I suppose what the butterfly and Siamese fighting fishes. Yes, die fighting fishes. My tag is of course Baby Mountain. This novel is based on Free and Yeti. Abomocno is Yeti Piast. Evergreen Free. Yeah, here we go. Got the section of inventions. Evolved Sneezer. Evolved Magneton. Says easily for the I don't remember which one of the was. But no, seriously, I don't remember. Ah, it was probably company. Yeah, it was probably. It was so actor. Raphael is of course right on. Tangowi of course Tankera. Extra is of course extra was. Magmite is of. Magmite talking. No, it's not talking. It's based on message with Fenghan. Is I think it might be actor inspired for Artist and Itara. I don't know why it's only mentioned. I also and manga is based on manga now. With the wedding friends, okay, very cool. Those were the super ice PIs. And yeah, terrific pieces. Couldn't even get tag of companies. We found got some basic kinds of evolutions in the snow and green and grasses. The Guy square is of course Guy. Almost fine it's Mammoth. Polygon Z is Polygon 2. Evolved. Garrett is based on the F, but it's also on the asset armor. No, he is purple. Okay, which one? No. Google refused to search a pixel. Because if purple is he. Yeah. So that's not it, of course. That's cops. Of course, yes. Now, in this one of those that have some PS actually, so of course, props for her is based on the Lukiana narrative from Japanese folklore, which is basically a snow lady. Rotom is basically the poltergeist that has everything. And quick actually we would the Rotom and that I saw the legendary Pokemon section. This is the most interesting one. The legendary Oxy Mesprit Azek. Type based on the Imperial Gas of Japan. And like I'm not even don't give a shit about the whole mythological part of them. This is how they look like in real life. Tiger is based on the camera. It's like platform is based on Arceus. It's not interest like unlike with Pika. Normal phone is based on the like camera sounds. Of course it's Arceus but like mixed with camera sounds, this kind. Yes, it was so low. And this fell. Correct. Baki trust Europa. Both of them was from North America, this one is from Argentina. And this is called the prime look Pika. So next, what we have? Ancestor, of course it was. Ancestor is also based on very many bipedal dinosaurs, possibly candidates. Pterosaurs from Germanic countries, which means Germany outside Switzerland, and Oviraptor from Mogul and Senna. I think it might be this one. The reason why is basically they have this Spartan Roman looking horns and are like more commonly known on its origin form. It's based on Pegasus and Centaurs. I didn't find good photo of Centaur. Hit on basically volcanic events. This it. The Gigas is based on like uh the two things. Three. First is the Atastita. Basically a guy who was moving the arms and is holding like the continents away. No, it was holding planet, but I think it was also holding continents to get of Africa and Spain and Europe. Is also based on the robots Kai, which was super and thing, and the BMS or had man. Yes, there was the Europeans neighbor that a guy that had his face on the bay and who did it on it head. Yes, this is real photo. The Athena. The Athena of course is present on the so we have to hit the origin form. Black eyes, so this the second. So origin form is basically that. So yes, no, it is this is origin. So the full phone like this phone is basically just a Lucifer graphics. The origin form is of course more intense. So basically the four Latin is basically Satan. He is just copied by the he Achilles is God Latin is devil. Of course, its design has many inspirations. So here we are. Of course, keeping like the August, the Seraphims, and Fire Angels it was. Basic, for example, on Amphiptera, and winged snakes from the European folklore. On Mukade. Those were like basically like a kaizu. It's like mythological giant centipede from Japan. Yeah, it basically we founded like the realignments and they were like if the centipedes could be sterilized, they definitely arise and they once as babies or catted. So yes, the whole centipedes exist. Said before scientists found them. Omukade. No, this was Omukade. The eyes are its hunting of dragons and his wicked documents saliva. And ancient serpent. Pent for like Hebrew mythology, this is one of the interpretations. Cicera is thus based on these facts and says that this fauna and monarchy are based on the clearness. A group of scientists from northern parts of science, this is what it looks like. Dakrai is based on Nosnisa. I didn't find photos good of them, but like the Kraina demons from the another dimensions very based on them. Apparently, Nosnisa, like you can tell after my natural sounding accent, is from Slavic mythology. So yes, these are actually Slavic Pokemon. No. Kruta brat, dobry brasa. Sami just hedgehog and deer. And like cows. So yeah, so I found once an interesting theory that is like actually just a arm or even hands of a cow staring like that. And this is why it isn't so powerful. It would be interesting. I really think that like Pokemon did bad job in fucking like on the opposite side. They too far they went too far in my opinion with this guy. Really want me to believe that I freaking thing outside can yeah like can own time and losing battle without ending the world. Two literal god character. Satan and like another two powerful godlike beings. It's also based on different and horses and like other equines above the name. For example, Sepni of this horse is also kissing from Sun. Us is Sava's seven-headed flying horse. And this fell from Sun whose name is Yogma. Sun is flying horse. And this is it. The end. It only took us 28 minutes. Next part is Nova and it is about the longest one, even counting Mega Evolutions. So yeah, bye.